This is Morningside Park, or a park in Morningside, Dr. Walter Hardy Memorial Park, and it's along MLK here, above downtown, where many of the new housing developments have been located. The park honors here what used to be Doctor's Row, here above Knoxville. And the prominent doctors are all featured here with their own memorial tree. Some have been decorated, all have been lighted in some way. Pretty big park, too. Pretty good size to it. That's most of the amenities. Parking, pavilion, barbecue, and electric, which kind of caught my eye. I think I was in Ohio at one of the famous cemeteries there, and I said, I was noting how in the very old days, parks did not necessarily mean what we know today, as a park. Much like when the forefathers here in Knoxville named a street Gay Street. I bet they're still rolling around in the grave on that one. It did not mean homosexual. It meant happy. It meant joyous. It meant if you're come down here for a movie or a show, you're gonna be happy. So there's our definition today of what might be considered a park. But in the day, park also meant cemetery, also meant burial place for the citizens. And people would be buried. Among the hills, among the trees, among the greenery that you see here. And what people would do on the weekends is they would bring a picnic basket and perhaps a blanket, and they would come and picnic among the tombstones. Now, we'd probably find that macabre today, but you have to understand, back then there was no park. The park was the cemetery. And the park, with its beautiful greenery and trees, allowed people to get out of the city with the noise and the pollution and the loud noises and the trains and the men at work and the trolley cars clanging and banging. Knoxville was very much an industrial city. And here's this park along MLK that honors the past and the present with the term park. It's kind of all in one here along this stretch of Dr. Park. And I find it so fascinating and so cool to see this. There are tombstones here. Now, the main part of this park, this cemetery, is over yonder. It's on another block. And it is an historical park, Oddfellow Park, it was called, in the late 1890s, I believe. It was originated. Over yonder. Okay. But I think it is so cool that Knoxville, and developing, the city, developing the suburbs at the time, kept some of these tombstones from the former park when they built the park in 1991. And so the park from 1890s met the park in 1990. Pretty cool if you ask me, Knoxville. Along MLK, above downtown Knoxville.